Hi, hello, if you're new here, my name's Hannah, and today we're gonna do a little bit of no foundation makeup. No foundation, none inside, none at all. We don't need that shit up in here. We don't need that, you know? Like, it's just not always necessary. You don't need foundation to do makeup. Can you use foundation? Absolutely. There is a time and a place. There's a time and a place for everything, and sometimes there is no place for foundation. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm feeling it, I guess. There are a lot of days that are more chill days, more relaxed days. And on those days, I don't want to use foundation. And I pretty much only use about 5 products on those days. Today, we're doing no foundation makeup. This is what I do on days that I don't really care. That I want to hide my under eye bags, but I don't need a full glam look. What does this makeup look mostly rely on? A good concealer. My concealer of choice is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is shade Light Peach. You have to get the hydrating formula. I will fight you on this. You need the hydrating formula. I've tried the non-hydrating formula. It's not as hydrating, okay? Whenever you use something in your under eyes or like those dry spots of your skin maybe, you don't want it to dry up. You're just gonna look crusty. I am feeling a little dry, so I'm gonna use a light moisturizer. I think having good skin prep is really important for a no foundation look. That's just because you're gonna look better regardless if your skin feels better, is in a better state, if it's just like hydrated and healthy. Obviously, I have impurities, okay? I'm not perfect. I do struggle with a little hormonal acne here and there. We'll try to cover that up, but we don't always need to like actually cover it up all the way. We need to embrace our imperfections. So first things first, I like how big foot is on this. Really? That much. I usually only do like a dot and blend it out, but since we're skipping the foundation, I'll go a little more. I'm gonna use my foundation brush for this today. I will probably go in with a makeup beauty blender afterwards, but just to start out, this is what we're gonna do, okay? We're just gonna kinda, is it stipple? Is that like the term? I don't know. Blend it out, but also like maybe just kinda dab like you would with a beauty blender. Okay, you're getting the point. Mainly, I feel like I just look tremendously different whenever I put a little concealer under my under eyes. I get a little red on my nose, under my nose, and my chin, but like truly on days that I don't care, maybe I'm running to Walmart, it's the under eyes and I go. Maybe under eyes and eyebrows and then I go, but you know what I mean. Okay, we're gonna blend this out into my hairline. My only complaint with the foundation brush is I feel like it's kind of harsh with how you put on makeup, and maybe it's just streaky that I'm talking about. Kind of makes your skin look dry, and I think that's why I prefer really a beauty blender, because it helps keep the moisture of that product on your skin. We're looking a little pale, don't you think? I mean, it is February, so I haven't self-tanned in ages, it feels like. The next thing I like to do is go in with my contour. Liquid contour really changed my life. Not because I think it made me look prettier, but like, I just like it. Actually, maybe I do feel like I look prettier, maybe that's why I like it. I'm gonna try to go higher than natural shadow of maybe where your cheekbone is. You know, you'll naturally drag that product down a little bit, but it's good just to do it higher than you think you should. Okay, you don't need a lot. You don't. I tend to get carried away with this stuff. I like to take this contour brush from e.l.f. I like that it's flat, you know? I can really get in the curves of my skin. Curves? I don't know, crevices, and blend up. And of course into the hairline. For your forehead contouring, I feel like it can be a little iffy sometimes. My technique with the forehead contour is try to keep it just into the hairline at the top of your head. But when it comes to the side portion of your forehead, you can go in a little bit. You know, you can go in a little bit and then make sure you're blending into the hairline. But like, you don't wanna drag this down here. It just looks a little goofy and unnatural. The sun doesn't really do that to your skin. And after all, we're just trying to mimic what the sun might do to our face. If there was sun outside, I could really use a beach vacation. It's always this time of the year that I'm just like, get me to Cabo, get me to the Florida Keys. This little bit right here, I think that will help us kind of lift our eyes. But I like to kind of contour that, I guess, eyebrow bone. So just drag it across right here. I go along the ridge of my nose. Bonus points if you can really get maybe a little bit of a shadow going right here. You know, pretty natural shadow, nothing too like cartoonish. We're really focused on just contouring our nose somewhat, especially if you're like me and have a pretty big one. And then with whatever you've got left on your brush, I like to brush it along the jawline somewhat. It gets a little crazy if you start contouring that jawline, especially on like a light makeup look. Just use what you got here a little bit and I think you'll be good. Next up, y'all, we're just moving right along. A little blush. This is the Putty Blush from e.l.f. I've tried a couple different shades. This one, I love the idea of this one, but it's just a little too, I think I'm too fair for this right now. I will say these blushes are good and I love the colors. They tend to wear throughout the day. You know, if you think you have a lot of blush on, by the end of the day, you're gonna be like, where did the blush go? She ran away. You know, she just won't be on your face much anymore. But I think that's a really natural glow without giving you an overdone blush look. Oh, I love this color. This is the shade Tahiti, where I wish I was right now. Tahiti. On an island, drinking a little drink out of a coconut. This is just like such a good natural shade on me. This is my second container of this because I bought some, I used it for a long time, and then I went to the store and was like, I really like that stuff. I wonder if there's another shade I want to try. I saw this one and I was like, that's a gorgeous shade, I need it. Brought it home, it's the same one I already had. Loved it that much. I'm gonna take a little bit of blush and put it on my eyes. No foundation makeup, some light makeup. It's just very, you wanna look awake. We wanna look happy, healthy, and awake. I like where we're going so far. Just for fun, we're gonna add a little bit of dimension to our eyes. I don't wanna put on any eyeshadow today, personal choice. You can take the liberty of putting maybe on a little bit of bronzer on your eyelids, that might work. I just don't wanna do any powder products at this moment. I will go in with some powder later. For eyes, I'm gonna keep it fairly natural. This is the Color Tattoo Eye Stick by Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline. And I'm just gonna like add a little bit of brown at the edge, okay? And then I'm gonna smudge it in. It's kind of creating like an eyeshadow look. You know, we're adding that somewhat of dimension to our eyes without going crazy. Next up, eyebrows. Now my choice eyebrow pencil at the moment is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil. And this is the shade Deep Brown. I usually go with like a lighter color than my eyebrows, but for some reason I was coerced into getting this shade by my mother. Maybe she's trying to sabotage me because things can get dark real quick. If I do too much, the caterpillars are crawling on my face. You know what I mean? Like it is going caterpillar mode real easy, real quick. And then she's gorgeous. Next, little eyebrow gel, fluff them up. Okay, cool. This is where I usually am like, do I want to put on mascara or not? Do we need mascara? No. Depends on what I'm wearing, what my hair looks like. If I put my hair up in a bun, no mascara. But I think for the sake of this video, we put on a little mascara. Go with my mascara that washes off real easy. That's the Telescopic by L'Oreal. When I say real easy, I mean like when I wash my face at the end of the night, it's coming off. Whereas like using a tubing mascara is a little bit of a messy situation. I have loved a brown tubing mascara. Put on a little bit more than I was aiming for, but it's okay. Now I'm going to use a new product that I've been loving lately. This is the Halo Glow Setting Powder. Questioning why I haven't been using powder longer. A couple Christmases ago, I remember I was using this powder, which the powder was really crazy, really strong stuff. I remember like I did my makeup, I went to a holiday party, and then I looked in the mirror when I went to the bathroom and my chin was so crusty and just like the powder had clung to every crusty spot and really accentuated it. So therefore I made powder the bane of my existence and did not even think about touching it for years. Until recently, I saw that e.l.f. started making a powder and I was like, okay, well it's affordable, I'll try it, we'll see how it is. I love it. I love it, especially now that I'm doing my makeup and going to an office and being gone all day, I can't just like touch up my makeup here and there. This really helps keep my skin from being so greasy and my makeup like falling off my face so fast. I still don't like to go in with like a ton of powder product, so I'll dip this in. This is a new brush I got too. I'm obsessed with this brush. It's the Complexion Duo by e.l.f. It's cute, look at it. Side for little areas, maybe under the eye, side for a full face. I have used this with like concealer wet. I don't know, use it as a concealer brush. I'd rather just use my fingers or beauty blender. I love this for powder. So I'll go in, I'll dip it a little bit in, and then I'll kind of just like go into my eyes, spots I need, and I really just try to use the powder that's on my brush already. Dab it around my face, Anyways, I have loved it. If I do feel like my skin looks too dry or like matte afterwards, setting spray. A little bit of setting spray. And we are hydrated and ready to go. At this point, everything else I would be adding on to my look is just like extra and not necessary at all, just for fun. And because I'm like absolutely obsessed with this product right now, I'm going to be using Sachu. I still don't know how to say this brand name, but the Sachu lip liner Stay In. This is the shade Hazel. I just like this one because it's like brownie kinda. Okay, so it goes on wet and it looks really dark, but I like to line the top lip like this and then kind of just like go around the bottom as a lip liner as well. Some people use this on their entire lip. I look ridiculous, by the way. And now we wait for it to dry and I'll be right back. I think it's just gorgeous. Okay, after I peel it off, I always go in and just kind of like blur the edges slash help get off any of the stuff that I didn't peel off. And truly, depending on how much you lick your lips, if you're eating meals, whatever, is how long this will last. I do this every day before I go to work, but definitely around lunch, it's still gorgeous. So I do this, put on a little chapstick, and I feel so put together. This is kind of my go-to every day when I'm in the car. It's the Hot Cocoa Bomb.com by Glossier. It's a little bit of a berry, I don't know, like a chocolate berry color. Moisturized and a little bit of a tint. There we go. This is my no foundation makeup look. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, go watch my other videos, and follow me on Instagram at @Hlander_. See you in the next one. Love ya. Bye.